One of the raggies attacks from behind and takes Mark on a ride with the camera in its mouth. Mark's got the bite shot, and one is quite enough.
I'm not all that comfortable in murky water with sharks. You're just asking to get bit. You got the bite, it was in its mouth, swimming off like it, so you actually think you got a shot from inside the shark's mouth looking out.
I don't want to do you out of a job, but I definitely got that shot.
Okay.
I turned around and there it was on the sardines, and I put the camera up in the hope that it would bite, and bang! It just took off, and it took off with the camera.
Well, damn, that's awesome.
Let's watch that again. Andy is shooting at 60 frames per second, and in less than one frame the jaws have snapped down on the camera. And with the camera in its teeth, the shark swims off. This is our first incredible view from inside a raggie's mouth. A shark like this can produce 30,000 teeth in its life. Row upon row of new teeth lined up, ready for every time the shark loses one.
It's a conveyor belt. Never runs short of teeth. All the time. Just produces teeth its entire life.
The perfect predator.
From inside the raggie's mouth, you can see exactly why you wouldn't want to be on the wrong end of these teeth.
Now that I see it, I have a lot more respect for these raggies.
Mark and Andy have their first major bite, but they've lost another camera. One of the raggies disappeared with a fin cam. Undaunted, Mark and Andy now head back out in search of bigger prey. It's a beautiful day, but the water is chilly, which isn't promising for warm water sharks.
Feels cold on the surface to me, and that's a bit of a worry.
But can the sharks resist their drum of stinking chum? Two bull sharks come to check it out. They're known for their aggression. Normally, they're an absolute menace here, but so far, only the blacktips are biting.
The blacktips keep stealing the bait. I mean, I thought the bulls would have been bullying them out of there, but they seem to be staying deep.
Finally, Mark tries something risky to rouse the bulls. He spears a fish.
I started out as a spear fisherman, and the sound that the struggling fish emits is a surefire way to get the bull shark's attention. I've just never known a bull shark to turn up a free meal at the end of a spear. They get agitated, they get really, really uppity and in your face, and that just wasn't happening today. These guys are like lizards, so if it gets cold, they just shut down, they don't feed, they wait for the next warm water event. Oh, for me, this is so frustrating, and I mean, you've come halfway around the planet. I thought our sharks would have come to entertain you, but I mean, we've struck out on the bulls.
Yeah, no, definitely. It just shows how difficult this is to actually, people think that sharks are everywhere and they're going to bite you the moment you hit the water. But we got all the toys in the world. We got...
Whoa, whoa, whoa! That'll be a target. Nothing else will pull that bucket down like that.
Marcus, get some more bait in there.
What happens when bucket cam meets huge tiger shark? We're about to find out.
When bugs go head-to-head, they fight to the death. We explain their strengths and weaknesses, and you pick the winner, if you can. But it's not a game, it's Monster Bug Wars, the all-new series, Wednesday at 9 on Animal Planet and Animal Planet HD.
I used to think this kind of thing happened to other people, not me.
It starts off innocently enough, but...
The temptation was too great. I just gave in to it.
Before long, I was addicted.
I spent less and less time with my kids, my wife.
When did it all start?
When I happened to be flicking through the channels.
I just turned on the TV one day.
And saw.
And I saw the Gadget Show. The beautiful designs.
The flashing lights.
That's happening again!
If you think you may be affected by the gadgets in this program, do not watch The Gadget Show. Monday to Friday from 8:10 on Discovery Science.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! That'll be a tiger. Nothing else will pull that bucket down like that.
Marcus, get some more bait in there. Let's get the bucket cam going and get down there with her. I've been waiting on a tiger for way, way too long.
She's about 3.5 meters, Andy. She'll do some damage to your bucket cam if she's in that size class.
Round 3, into the shark bite. Our next subject, the tiger shark. And to capture the bite of this monster, meet camera number 3, the bucket cam, a drum of chum with a camera in it.
Hopefully gonna take interest in these. Nasty. And hopefully bite our bucket cam. So let's go get it in the water. It's not connected to anything.
Oops, camera overboard. The race is on. They have to retrieve the bucket before a tiger homes in on the stink and they lose the camera. This far down, the pink bucket looks blue, and it seems very popular with this 2-meter moray eel, who tries to drive Andy away from it by going straight for his groin.
What did you do to irritate that moray eel? You know, they're vegetarians.
I don't know, man, but it was all over me.
I nearly drowned. I was laughing so much.
Take 2. This time the camera is secured. The rest happens quickly. A 3.5-meter female tiger shark shows up and proceeds to tear the foam wrapping off the bucket cam. Andy just manages to maneuver himself behind the bucket cam, away from the tiger. The tiger is so focused on the chum bucket that Andy is able to get phenomenally close to the second most dangerous shark in the ocean. But he takes care to always keep the camera between himself and the shark. Tiger's teeth are designed for chewing and cutting through anything, from turtle shells to specially designed camera housings. The tiger destroys the bucket and swallows the camera. Despite Mark's attempted Heimlich maneuver, it's shark 1, camera 0.
She ate the camera! Oh, I can't believe it. That was the ultimate bite shot. I mean, look what she's done. She just absolutely shredded this.
That was awesome. Let me give you my camera before she eats this one.
You can't believe that's one jaw.
This was the shark bite shot. But you know what? We still got great whites coming up. And I still think the shots that I got from my camera were pretty epic. And that'll suffice for the end of the show. Holy what the was that? Seriously, what was that, dude? That almost ripped my hand off. What was that? I didn't even... Was that a shark?
Yeah.
I'm not going back in that water, dude. That was just freaky.
Let's go fish
That nearly ripped my thumb off.
The tiger may have eaten the bucket can, but fortunately, they managed to download the footage before it disappeared down the tiger's gullet. The shark will eventually spit the camera out.
Yeah, there she goes, coming out from the bottom, taking the bucket.
Marine biologist Malcolm Smale helped them analyze the footage.
It's cool how persistent she was, because at first I thought, oh, she's never going to get that. She keeps sort of fumbling around with it.
I think that shaking side to side, you can only imagine the momentum she can get up to allow those teeth to soar.
That's where it got the camera. You can see it gain that purchase there. Doing that sawing-like motion that you would expect with, say, like a turtle shell. And this is a bite cam view. You can see the gills inside the mouth, and the gullet is what I find fascinating, that little sort of the kiss of death there, right there. Wow, you see that right there? That's like the gill rakers or gill...
Well, those are filaments. That's where the oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange happens in the water. So fresh water is moving through there. They get rid of the carbon dioxide in the blood and absorb oxygen. Some of the dynamics of this stage of predation is poorly known, because this may be one of the few times that a camera has been that close to a shark's mouth.
Right.
So it's actually very difficult to get this normally.
Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant.
They may have lost a few cameras, but they are prepared to lose more in pursuit of their next target, the most notorious of all sharks. It's time for Mark and Andy to get up close and very personal with the great white. To find these apex predators, they moved from the warm water of the South African east coast to the cold ocean around its southern tip. Welcome to Great White Central, the little town of Gansbai. The giant sharks feast on the seals that breed off the coast here.
This is definitely my favorite spot for diving the white sharks, by far. Visibility isn't always good, but the sharks are.
Great whites like to ambush their victims from below. So Andy built yet another custom camera. This one is simply called Bite Cam. It is designed with that purpose alone.
Okay, we just got our first shark.
This Bite Cam is a piece of PVC pipe with two miniature cameras built in to get two views of the attack. The camera is designed to casually float on the surface until a shark decides it's hungry.
Coming up on the bait.
Hopefully, it can get through this experience intact. Andy and Mark opt to wait and see. They don't have to wait long.
Oh, vertical! Oh, you little monkey. Coming. Oh! Woohoo! Oh, yeah! So the bite cam's worked already. We got our first shark on the line. Looks like, whoa, look. Yeah, he's let it go. Whoa. Sweet. All right. Might have got the shot. All right. Should we risk it again? Let's get it. Okay. Let's do it.
Let's see if your luck holds.
Oh! Oh, that might be a good shot. So that's bite number 2. But what you got to do is when he readjusts his bite, you can pull it right out of his mouth. Looks like the camera's intact.